you guys want to do a little intro?
Yeah.
Thunder starts it.
Hello, welcome to Lavender
Lavender
and
and
Gold.
gold.
Hello.
We
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll let you guys go.
Last month we talked about, you had some questions about like craft business stuff, and we talked about youth outreach a little bit. So it's like I had like a couple little things I found. So I
Okay.
just wanted to at some point to share those.
Grab my note. Yes, I haven't even I have my
I've got my paper and pencil. So
yeah. I have my printer out that I got for it because I was just kind of iffy about like which way to go if I wanted to do like sublimation or the eco solvent. And so I still have my printer here just collecting dust pretty much until I figure out what exactly I want to do.
Oh, I'd like to learn more about that because I have an idea what like sublimation is, but I don't know about the solvent one. So,
Yeah.
oh, cool.
Okay. Yeah, because even like a business like around here, like we were thinking kind of like the bounce house. Like there's this place in Fort Wayne that has it's called Jungle George, and it's just like a bunch of bounce houses, and you pretty much just sign pretty much like sign a waiver, like you're here kind of at your own risk type thing. Um, but it's like there's nothing like that, near, and it's like everyone has to travel to do something. So
Mhm.
it's like, something like that, even I would want to, try to get going.
Yeah, for sure, because the Jungle George, they don't even like it's not overpriced or anything, like, and you could just stay however long you'd like to. Like, I feel like things like that are nicer, especially for parents that really, like don't have all the money to go to an arcade and this and that, because
Right.
that's more like money spending. But like I like the bounce house idea because they also have like mini golf, and like I said, it's like not overpriced at
Yeah, because
all.
they don't even charge anything at all to get in. So even if you charged, like a $5 fee for, all day jump, it's like that's affordable still.
And it'll bring in more business because they know that it's affordable.
Yeah.
Right. Like so many, it's hard because like there's stuff in my town to do, but it's like it's so expensive. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's like the bad thing for around here, if you want to do something, you have to either go to Fort Wayne or um it's like there's nothing here in town that has really like, yeah, there's the children's museum and stuff, but that's just like, like a certain time to a certain time, and then it's not really something where the kids can go and kind of release their energy. It's just kind of more of a
Yeah,
smaller.
especially you need something that is not just outdoors, like especially, we get hard winters. We need something
Right.
that is like that would be still in business during the winter time, because like me, first time mom, I had a great summer out every day. And now that like it's getting cold, I don't like to feel like, oh, stuck in the house, stuck in the house. You still want to go out with your kids, and I'm sure they feel the same way. Like they don't
Mhm.
want to be all cooped up without releasing their energy. They need somewhere to run and, release all of that.
Yeah, definitely Selena. She's she like she says it's boring, and this and that, and like just
Yeah.
being in the house is, it's like we at least kind of get a little, I mean, they get a little distraction at work and stuff, but it's like we just want to relax, but it's like kids, they just kind of want to
Yeah.
go. And,
Yeah.
the only place you can really take them here is McDonald's, where they have that little play part. But
And even those are going away.
yeah, it's like
Um, yeah. Like I
definitely
can
want to
remember
look
as a
into that.
kid, I can remember as a kid always being outside in the snow, but then you have the risk of getting sick and everything. So that's why, yeah, being indoors for a kid is like that's like a really good business idea.
And then like some grantlands, like even if the kid can go out in the snow, it's like sometimes they're raised by grandparents or like I have immune system issues and stuff. So it's like not everyone can take their kids outside or in the winter and things like that too. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of like an indoor. So it's like we can kind of think about like indoor stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know about an hour away from here, um they have that sorry, they have that like multiple like little arcade bowling indoors types of
Yeah.
adventure parks, but they also have stuff for the summer outside that's obviously
Oh,
closed during the winter. Like that's a nice too idea because it's still the winter.
yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then but you said the document that I sent, like you couldn't get into it?
Yeah, I said, I think you might have to send me the login info again for the account that we have, because I'm thinking that's maybe why, because it was logged in on mine, but I don't remember exactly where I put in my notes. Um,
1 minute.
our login info.
1 minute. And I'll send it to you via Messenger. Just don't say the password out loud or anything.
Yeah.
Let me try this. Okay, so
Sorry,
that's
this is my time
email.
away from the baby right now, so I'm just trying to do my makeup in peace a little bit.
Are you able to see that?
Yeah. Okay. Because right now it's like work, they're kind of going down, to like you can only, in some areas you can only work certain days. So it's like I
Are
just
you?
want to get
Mhm.
something going anyways, like so
Yeah.
you don't really have to be stuck to um
One thing.
yeah. So I think that is something I definitely want to, like, just what you need liability wise, insurance wise, like where
Yeah.
you'll get. I've seen a lot of like I think it's like Alibaba or like AliExpress, where it's like
Yeah.
I think it's like I'm not sure where it comes from, but it's
Beauty
more,
store online,
what is it?
like kind of like a beauty store.
No, the Alibaba, it's like a business, kind of more like warehouse and stuff like that, where you can get like bulk stuff for, supposedly cheaper.
Yeah.
So it's like that, trying to verify if, the sellers are real and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying that you've been doing that on the side, or
I haven't yet. I need to start kind of, looking into everything and seeing what exactly I need to do. If you need what is it, your not CPL. What's your LLC, I believe,
yeah, yeah.
so that to figure out if that's what you need to get, because I know they say if you have like a LLC, that's, I don't know if it's easier to get loans or um like they give you more if it's like under
Yeah.
your
I
business.
would imagine both, like it is easier and they probably do give you more.
So you're saying that's like for your craft stuff?
um i I don't know. I'll probably do the craft stuff, as I'm still kind of like looking into this. But for like the bounce house business,
Oh,
like
mhm.
that's what I kind of want to, get more started. And then like around here too, it's like we have so many people coming in but they don't have places to stay.
Mhm.
So, even if you get apartments or um trailers, something, if you can get something going, I feel
Mhm.
like that, like the the apartments that they made, they charge, I believe they're charging like 1,200, like
Yeah.
and that's just like an apartment complex for like a 1 2 bedroom apartment, and then you still have to pay um utilities and stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
like my house mortgage payment is 1,600 and I know people who are paying for apartments 1,500 and utilities separate. Like You know,
Right.
I feel like if we had more around here to do, like more restaurants and more things, then okay, I could see the price for the apartments. But if we don't really have anything here, why are we charging like a city price? You know what I mean? Like for apartments for people,
There's
if we don't
no
around.
house, like, what I had read about housing is that, like, when the 2008 crash kinda happened, a lot of people left the trades, like, the skilled trades and stuff, like building, um, to look for other work, and then nobody, like, in business or government or anything, like, they knew, like, "Hey, the population is going to go up,"
Yeah.
but they didn't, like, care or care enough about people to be like, "Oh, well, we should make houses for people, for the future generation coming up," you know?
Yeah.
So it's like there's, like, literally not enough houses, like, for people.
Yeah.
And I know that, some business people, like, like, the idea in the United States used to be, like, you would own your car, you would own your house, you would own things, and then if you needed to, you could sell them. But things are kinda moving towards, like, renting everything, like, leasing a car and paying rent for an apartment and, like, not owning anything, but the problem with that is that they wanna charge, like, so much for
Yeah.
it. It's like you don't own it and then but you're still paying just as you're paying as much for an apartment as you are for a mortgage, and you're leasing a car, and you never stop making payments on it, so it's like, I know it's kind of going to that model and, so, um
Yeah, 'cause a lot of people are stuck between should I get a house or should I get an apartment? But apartment, you don't need a really big down payment, you know what I mean, like you do for a house. So that's why a lot of people just get sucked into the apartments because it's easier to get into,
Yeah.
but you're never gonna be able to own it.
kinda like maybe apartments
Mhm.
or some sort of housing.
Yeah, like some type, I feel like that would be a good, just, like income, trying to, because it's like I just, that kind of just goes back to like what I want to focus my career pathway in. It's like, something that's gonna have not quick money, but
Right. Yeah.
sufficient
A
amount of
steady
money. I don't want to go into something that, I'm still working 9 to 5 and,
that you're
not
gonna
really getting compensated for it. So it's like I feel like the housing and the real estate and all that stuff, um, in the long one run, kind of you get kind of what, like, the money wise. I feel like just right now, just like this and just like how the competition is, I feel like anyone is willing to pay for, whatever to have a place.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
My job is having some issues. I don't want to say too much like right now because I don't know who's listening and everything, but my job is having some issues and it's hard because like I suspect that a lot of places, even if they're bringing in money, they probably are thinking like, "Ooh, I could get rid of this person and get someone to do the same job for cheaper," and so I kind of have some suspicions, but I can't say too much like right now.
Right.
Um, but so it's sad because like people should be able to work 40 hours ish and be okay, and it's like it's not, so
Yeah.
but to have but to diversify, so you're talking about kind of like diversifying and trying to,
Yeah.
that way it's not like relying on one thing. Yeah.
So it's that, it's just
Um, are you
hard
able
to,
I know like we're all super busy, but like every once in a while, are you able to like look up like just like a real estate article or like or a little short real estate video, like tips on getting into it or tips on selling or just like
yeah,
just
that's what I need to
little
look
tips?
into, like kind of what it's hard, to do when you don't have the money. It's like, where are you going to start if you don't have the money? But if, like I said, I don't know if, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can get loans or something like once you have that type of license or once you have your LLC. It's like I'm pretty sure there's a different type of exception for that stuff. So
Mhm.
yeah, I definitely need to, even if I'm when I'm at work, I always have free time there. So it's like instead of instead of TikToking or whatever, Facebooking, it's like I need to get this going and rolling because it's like, we're young now. You don't want to, like, if you
Yeah.
start now, you can only imagine like in a couple years where you'll be.
Yeah.
So I really need to get that going.
Yeah. Because
Even the real estate, I like that idea anyways, even just to have the license, because you could also flip houses because then you're learning how to work and how to build and everything. Like, I really like the flipping houses idea too, because you buy it for cheaper and then you could sell it for a lot more.
that idea.
Oh, yeah, it would just be nice also to like know how to work on, heavy stuff like that. And, you know, like growing up, I watching like the shows with my mom. Like she always watched like home improvement stuff.
Yeah, and like with the flipping houses, I know that there's certain roles like I worked with a guy one time and he did that. What he would do, because like I think it depends on where you live, but like you had to like live in it or have it for a few years, like a couple years or
Mm.
so. That way you couldn't buy it and then like the very next day just like
Right.
list it, Um
Yeah,
so they want you to kind of but it also takes time to kind of fix it up a little bit on the side and stuff too. So it
Yeah.
takes you time to do that. So he would like live in it, you know, but he was just a bachelor. He didn't have, like kids, breaking stuff or whatever, like you fix something and then kid breaks it.
Right.
So he would just like live in it, not, and he would keep his expenses low. So like he wasn't like buying like, fancy furniture or things like that. He was only doing like what the house needed,
right.
like the appliances and things like that, paint. And then once it was ready, then then selling it and then moving on, like, and then taking that amount and then rolling it into the next one.
Yeah. That
Okay.
is,
So kind of learning about that stuff.
yeah.
And I like
That
what
is
you're
good.
talking about, that it's like whether it's a recreation center or housing or stuff, it's like it's stuff that'll help the community and help people and help, like our own families.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not just like, oh, I'd like to, do this, you know, um, thing that doesn't really, it's not like really a necessity. It's like with the recreation, it's like for kids getting out and being able to be social and get energy out and get exercise, like
Yeah.
I would consider that a necessity. Like
And
maybe,
even that too, like if we were to get the bounce house, business running, then you could have like Bella and Joey, like all the kids kind of help there. And then that would, they could get their money from that as well, like kind of have that on the job experience and,
yeah.
like helping out the business, but yet, still getting something out of it for them, to help them
Good.
grow.
Do like learning for them as well.
Yeah.
because I know that if you're under 18, like as long as your parents, sign a form and things like that, I think you have to go through the school too. But like as long as they sign like, hey, I'm allowing this
Yeah.
company, then they can. So
Yeah,
and then they would also like um for those ages, like finding out from them and their friends, like what is it that you want or need
Right.
from it, like this idea sounds good to me as an adult, but what do you want or need?
Yeah, as like teenagers wise, like what do they like to do? Because even like like when I feel like Bella's age, like 13, 14, they would have those it was like Friday Night Live or something like that, where you kind of just go, they had music, they would have like little snacks and stuff. I don't remember if there was like a fee to get in, but it's like, doing
I like
that.
club kind of.
Was that at the school or where was that at?
They had it at this building downtown. I forgot what that building's called, Sandra. It's by the post office.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name either, but it kind of reminds me of people who can do plays and stuff like that there.
it was kind of behind it. I'm not sure if like they rented it or if um like kind of the community, they would just kind of let them have it for that night. Um
Do they do that anymore or
I'm not sure. I
okay.
have to, yeah, look into it. It's because, like COVID and stuff too, like a lot of stuff kind of stopped after that. And then some people just didn't get the ball back rolling, after everything was kind of open again. So I'm
Yeah.
not sure if they have that or not. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to see.
Yeah, because I know that it was running before COVID, like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about like today.
Okay. And then last time we had talked about kind of like youth stories. So I just wanted to like share this for a second. So um in that Google sheet that I shared, I had written down are you able to see it or do you want me to just kind of read it off a little bit?
Yeah, if you want to read it off that way,
Yeah.
you know.
So when it comes to like marketing, like I like Seth Godin and he talks about like what is the most significant change you want to make for your target audience. So not just like, ooh, I have this like cool idea and I'm gonna try to push it, but it's like asking them, oops, I got a little pop-up. But like asking them, I think we only have like a few minutes left.
Okay.
9 minutes. So I'll go like really quick, like asking them like, what do they need? And then focusing on like making the change for people you seek to serve. And then how to reach out to youth. And you guys were talking about like the Friday Night Live and things like that,
Yeah.
like how to reach out to them. And then some topics for youth are like personality types, like understanding your own personality, um, bullying, personal finances, toxic families or family members. If you have like an unknown parent or an unknown dad, your own health and wellness, working with social media, addiction, so like vaping, food, alcohol, drug smoking, hobbies, so like digital photography, sports, reading, art, music, video games, driving and transportation, travel, human trafficking awareness, and then like social and emotional intelligence. So like understanding your own emotions, understanding the emotions of others, and then like dealing with like anxiety and depression, or even knowing that you have it.
Yeah.
Um, so those are kind of things that I looked at.
Yeah,
And
those are all really good ideas, and they're all topics that need to be touched base on, like, because nobody really tells you about this stuff. You kind of learn as you go, and you're like, well, why am I feeling like this and everything? Like, I feel like that's things that need to like have more awareness brought to them. Those
yeah,
type of stuff.
so it's like over time, kind of looking into those, like maybe taking like a topic at a time and looking into it or something and sharing like here's something to be aware of and here's how to like deal with it and um how you can improve your life by knowing about this.
Yeah.
And then also we talked about the copyright, like you'd asked about like stickers and stuff for like the cups and the
Yeah.
wraps. So I did some looking. It's really hard to find like an exact answer.
Right.
Um what I found is like obviously copyrighted and licensed characters, so like obviously like Disney and
Yeah.
Marvel, the Nike swoosh and stuff like that, like you know obviously those are they want to like sell their own stuff. They don't want somebody to buy like fabric or whatever and then
Right.
like a purse or something. But on the packages, and they mentioned fabric a lot, look for like a sign that might say like for individual use, not for commercial use. So that might be, so like
Okay.
obviously if it's like a Mickey Mouse fabric,
Yeah.
and but then if it doesn't have that, like I'm assuming things like butterflies and ladybugs and
Yeah.
little, things like that. And then so looking for looking on the package to see what it says about that. And then I know like all over the internet that they're like Disney stuff, do not try to.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen that one a lot.
And then people kind of mentioned like as you're growing your own business, trying to make your own, and this is like over time, trying to make your own characters. So kind of come up with your own characters, and then you can make your own stuffed animals and your own stickers and fabric and things like that, and trying to like build your own characters like over time.
Right. Trying to like get your own design.
Yeah. So like I would say like let's say Barbie is really popular. Well, you could still have like I've got this character, that's like a strong feminine character or like, using things in pink, but not like taking like a Barbie sticker and then trying to like put it on a
Oh,
cup or
okay.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then yeah, so just kind of that's as far as I'd gotten with that because it's like because a lot of them are like reach out to a copyright attorney and it's like I'm just trying to Google like
Right. Just trying to get the kind of minimum, of
yeah,
what.
but it's nice knowing that for the most part, on the label that it should kind of say or something, so okay. So then what do you think? Got about 5 minutes. Um,
So maybe we can look into the um like for the either trailers or duplex, kind of getting into that stuff. Um Figuring out like if we need an LLC for that as well, or if we just need to have your real estate license for that, or because you are kind of just buying it for yourself and running it out, but it's like there has to be some type of even that, if you have to be a what is it like a renter, how they have certain rules as well for um renting.
Yeah. Yeah,
yep.
especially because the government, they're not gonna just let it be that easy. There's always gonna have to be more behind it, like, oh, you have to have this and that. Like it's not as easy as just purchasing it and renting it without, having to go through certain things.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of looking into like if a space was purchased or like what are the steps?
Yeah, what are the requirements to have it legally and running?
So maybe we could all kind of look into that a little bit and then bring
Yeah.
forward what.
Yeah, because even that too, even if you purchase like a cheap trailer and you put it on, one of these, I don't know if they have like even that, getting trailers and kind of making your own trailer park type thing, like how that would work,
Yeah, because there's a lot
here.
of around here that don't have anything on it, just land. Like,
Yeah.
oh, can we put multiple trailers, Yeah.
Okay. Looking into and then trying to look into so like in general, so looking into it in general and then like going down into like our state,
Yeah.
city. So general, state, city. Okay. So we can all kind of start with like in general, what does that look into? What does that look like?
Yeah.
And then maybe in the future go down from there. Okay. Got about 2 minutes left, so we didn't get to talk too much about personal stuff, but and I haven't chatted with you guys in a while. Like I've been on a went on a cousin's trip and then been busy with work and stuff. So but
Are you
definitely
guys going to what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Are you guys busy that day with
No, I think we have one that's like the week before. So are you guys doing?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. On Thanksgiving Day, we do want to do, I think we said 12, kind of do it earlier because um I have a Friendsgiving that night too.
Oh,
So, and that way we can just kind of eat early instead of waiting, pushing it out. So,
We
um,
eat at lunch, then you could eat again at dinner, you know?
yeah. So that way we can, I think at mom's, 12 o'clock at mom's on Thanksgiving Day.
okay.
Yeah, and we just talked about this. Like, I feel like our family is very like short notice type of people. And so we just literally talked about this like maybe a few days ago. Like, hey, what are we doing? And same with Christmas. We need to get around and see what we're doing for Christmas because,
Yeah.
like, we have a lot of in-laws and they already start planning things with their families. So I feel like we need to get the ball rolling more instead of such a short notice.
Cool. Get the get the butterball rolling.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
good.
Definitely for Christmas and stuff, I just feel like um, there's just so many of us, so trying to get things for everybody, it just kind of hard. So that's why I just want to, like, I would rather kind of either rent a cabin somewhere or just kind of go somewhere, like everyone would pretty much
Yeah,
pitch
something
in,
more memorable.
yeah, like everyone would kind of